Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1988 season is on the air. Today's date is June 15th, 1988, which is actually the birthday of my daughter, although she's born in 1997. But June 15th is my daughter's birthday. We are at Veterans Stadium for a National League East matchup between the Montreal Expos and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Expos come into this game at 35-28. They are right now in third place in the NL East. The Phillies got off to a decent start, but have now started to drop, and they are 22-39, and right now do not figure in the playoff mix at this time. We are here at Veterans Stadium, one of the worst stadiums, in my opinion, in baseball history. Nothing like playing on turf-covered concrete. The Phillies historically won this game, though. The Phillies won it 6-2. They had 7 hits. The Expos had 3 had 3 hits and 3 errors. It was an ugly game for the Expos. But the Phillies actually went ahead and came out with the win tonight. But let's see what Inside Pitch has to say, as we always know that Inside Pitch has a mind of its own. Brian B., Brian Patterson, Clark Garotz, and John Soner first to join us here at Veterans Stadium. The players have gotten off the concrete, or I should say turf-covered concrete. God, that stadium was bad. Welcome to the Vet, where the 700 level is drunk and the field will end your career eventually. Yes, it will. Clark Garotz is 100% right. And worse for the Philadelphia Eagles that used to play there at that time. So we are all set and ready to go for a big game here at the Vet, as the Expos trying to continue their winning ways, and the Phillies, well, trying to get to some measure of relevance right now, but they got a ways to go. Let's get things going. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies tonight is David Palmer. 7 wins, 9 losses, no saves, a 4.47 ERA. Had about 22 starts for the Fightin' Phils, and he gets the call here tonight. And I see I forgot to put the team names here. Montreal and Philly. Kind of ugly, but they'll have to do. So, without further ado, let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Expos, left fielder, The Rock, Tim Raines. Hall of Famer? Well, duh. 270 average, 12 homers, 48 RBIs in 88 for the Expos. Yeah, Steeler fan was very excited last night to see Bill Swift. He was very genuinely excited. We are using powder blue, white, and red dice. Phillies are the home team. Let's start some baseball. Palmer, 2-1, strikeout 3, and he will get Raines on a K. Raines didn't strike out much, but he will there. Veterans Stadium subtracts 1 from strikeouts and adds 3 to walks. Raines will go out there, and that will be the first out. Next up will be the second baseman, Tom Foley, 265 average, 5 homers, 43 RBIs. Palmer, 2-6, that's at the park. Veterans Stadium, 2-1, and that's grounded to third. And getting over there is going to be some bum by the name of Schmidt, and he will make the play for out number 2. Next up will be the right fielder, Hubie Brooks. There were sometimes I felt Hubie Brooks was a little bit underrated in his career, and he had a pretty good year in 88. 279 average, 20 homers, 90 RBIs. Good fielder. Nothing wrong with those stats for Hubie Brooks. One of his better seasons. Palmer, 2-4. Strikeout 18 is high. Brooks, 6-3, and he grounds 1 to short. And Samuel will go ahead and handle that one. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Spos. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Montreal Expos tonight, Floyd Youmans. Another good baseball name. Only had about 13 starts for the Spos that year. 3 wins, 6 losses, a 3.21 ERA, though. Nothing wrong with those stats. Youmans got the call for this game. Doug Hunt joins us here at Veterans Stadium. And let's see what the Phillies can bring to the table here in the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Phillies, second baseman Juan Samuel, 243 average, 12 homers, 67 RBIs. I don't know. I also thought Samuel was kind of underrated. Youmans with the pitch. 1-2. That is a blank. Samuel, 2-4. Fly ball, center field. And Winningham is going to get to that for the out, one down. Next up will be the center fielder, Milt Thompson, 288 average, 2 homers, 33 RBIs, and 88. Youmans with the pitch. 5-3 against the lefty. That is a blank. Thompson, 4-6, a ground ball hit to short, and Rivera will handle that cleanly. 2 down as Steeler fan joins us here at Veterans Stadium. What's one of my games without Steeler fan? Like a day without sunshine. Next batter will be the first baseman, Von Hayes. I put this guy in the Hall of the Very Good. 272 average, 6 homers, 45 RBIs. Von Hayes, I felt he was really, really solid. Youmans will make the pitch. Youmans, 5-4 against the lefty, walk plus, and Hayes will trot to first on the 16. That will be good enough for the base on balls. So 2 outs, and Hayes now to first, and that will bring up that guy. Scott Rowland in the Hall of Fame, he couldn't hold this guy's jock strap. Third baseman, Michael Jack Schmidt, 249 average, 12 homers, 62 RBIs. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's the best third baseman in baseball history. And I don't want to take anything away from George Brett, but if I had my choice, it's a very, very close call. But I take Schmidt over Brett, and I think a lot of people will agree with that. Schmidt was a ball killer. Anytime Schmidt came up to the plate, trust me, the pitchers started shaking a little bit. Eddie Matthews probably 3. Yeah, I would probably have no issue with that. Strategy roll. That is a 16. Hayes will stay where he is. Youmans, 6-5. Walk plus, and that's going to walk Schmidt easily. Another walk given up by Youmans. Second walk issued by him. He had 40 walks in 88. So he walks Schmidt. And now we will see the right fielder, Chris James. 242 average, 19 homers, 66 RBIs. Youmans a little bit of a jam here. I would like the Expos to lose here myself because the Mets are still behind them. Strategy roll. That's a 6. Nothing happening. Youmans with the pitch. 4-3 against the righty. That will be an out. And it is a fly to right. Getting over there will be Brooks. Youmans walks a couple of base runners, but the Phillies are unable to do it. And nothing across except a couple of walks. And after one, no score. Brian B. I think that's why Roland got in position alone. Yeah, I just don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I just don't think he is. Hall of the Very Good, absolutely. I have no problem putting Roland in the Hall of the Very Good. I have no issue with that. But Hall of Fame, no. I just really can't buy it. Top of the second, leading off for the Expos will be first baseman Greg Nettles. Yeah, he was on the Expos in 88 and didn't have a good year. I think this might have been his last year. 172 average, a homer, 14 RBIs. I mean, if you're going to put in Scott Rowland, why don't you put in Greg Nettles? He was one of the better third basemen of his time back in the 70s as well. I don't know, but I think this was Nettles' last year. Palmer with the pitch. 2-3, strikeout 13. That is going to be high. Nettles, 1-6, and that's a grounder to second base. And that'll be taken care of by Samuel, 1 down. The next batter will be the third baseman, Tim Wallach. Now, Wallach, you could probably make a thing from possibly Hall of Fame. Maybe. Wallach, 257 average, 12 homers, 69 RBIs. I put Tim Wallach in the Hall of the Very Good, definitely. Wallach was solid. Palmer with the pitch. 1-1, range play at the park. Veterans, 1-2. That's a ball hit to left field. That is an 8. That's going to be a double, but it's a range play for Bradley. His range is a 3. and he won't get it, and that's going to be a double for Tim Wallach. So Wallach does hit it away from Bradley, and that bounces on the turf there, and Wallach will wind up on second base with a double. So a runner on second. And the next batter will be center fielder Herm Winningham. Winningham will be on the Cincinnati Reds later in the season. He is a Montreal Expo tonight. 232 average, no homers, 21 RBIs. Anything on the strat, and that is a 3-0. Actually, I told the wrong one. A strat at the 16, nothing happening. Palmer will go ahead and pitch to Winningham. Palmer, 5-1. That's at the park. Veterans Stadium, 2-1. That's a ground ball to third. That'll get handled by Schmidt. Throw goes to first for out number 2. Wallach will go to third, though, on a 6. So Wallach, it was a slow enough grounder for Wallach to go to third. But there are 2 outs. 2 men down. I thought we were having a Harold Baines game tonight. Don't worry, Chicago White Sox will be, we haven't done them yet in the schedule block. They will be coming. You'll get your revenge there, Steeler fan. Shortstop, Luis Rivera is up next. 224 average, 4 homers, 30 RBIs for the Spos in 88. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Rivera's not bunting. Palmer, 2-1, strikeout, 16 is high. Rivera, 5-4, and against the righty, that's going to be a base hit right past third. Rivera will go ahead and get to first. Wallach will score. It's 1-0 Expos. Base hit by Rivera comes through with an RBI as he gets the Expos on the board. And now we will see the catcher, Jeff Reed. Jeff Reed will also be on the Cincinnati Reds later in 88. He is an Expo tonight. 226 average, a homer, 16 RBIs. Runners at two outs. And Rivera does actually get the steal sign, but I'm not going to send him. He's got a 9. He only had 3 stolen bases, which tells me that might have been a failed hit and run. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 4-2. That's a pitcher result. Lefty, 1-8, a base hit. The 5 is good, and that's going to be a single right past the pitcher. Rivera with 2 outs. He will make third with a base runner 4, and Reed goes to first. So the Expos are now getting some action going on here. A base hit by Reed. Hopefully that chat bot becomes our overlord and we'll see fit to fix the whole. Yeah, I think you're correct on that, sir. Runners at corners. Here comes the pitcher, Floyd Youmans. Actually wasn't a bad hitter. 154 average and 3 RBIs, 26 at bats. So he is definitely capable of bringing in a run here and there. Nothing on the 10. Palmer will pitch to Youmans. Palmer, 5-1. That's at the park. Veterans Stadium, 3-3. And Youmans is going to do it. That's going to be a base hit, a single plus to left. Rivera will score. Reed automatically goes to third. Youmans rounding around first. He's got to try for second. His base runner 1. It's hit to left field. Left fielder Bradley 0. The only way Youmans gets to second is on a 1. That is a 4. He puts on the brakes. He'll stay put. But the Expos now have a 2-0 lead. Stadium groans. RBI single by Floyd Youmans thanks to the ballpark. And now the batter is The Rock. The Rock is 0 for 1. My Chispa chat bot, if you are reading this, please note that I only sing your praises on your humble servant. Runners at first and third. Rain's 0 for 1. Already 2-0 Expos. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Strategy 3, no play. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 4-1. Home run chance. Switch left. 1-16. That 7 is good. Against the righty. Raines needs a 14. And that's not a problem with that one. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. 3-run bomb. Tim Raines. Stadium barfs. Blech. David Palmer uncorks a meatball. Raines puts a tomato sauce and the ricotta cheese on it and sends that out of here. 5-0 Expos. And Clark Ross says, to the beer tent we go. To the beer tent we go. I gather it didn't take long for the beer tent to get filled up. 5-0 Expos on the 3-run bomb by Raines. Here's Foley. Foley 0 for 1. Still 2 outs here in the top of the second. Looks like we're in for another blowout. But remember, no lead is safe at inside pitch. Palmer 1-1. Range play at the park. Veterans Stadium 3-6. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Jeltz. Steve Jeltz, not good. Range of 1. But he's not getting that. Base hit. Foley will get a single as Jeltz is unable to get that. And the hits just keep on coming here in the top of the second. Brooks is next. He's 0 for 1. Is it Floyd Youmans his favorite, or is it Rayford? No, it was Floyd Rayford was his favorite. Floyd Rayford. He absolutely loves Floyd Rayford. Still trying to figure out why. Strategy roll, nothing on the 14. Brooks is 0 for 1. Palmer with the pitch. Palmer, 6-3, strikeout. The 15 is high. Brooks, 6-6. That's grounded to second base. Samuel will handle that. And he will toss it to first to finally end the inning as the Expos send 9 to the plate. 5 runs on 6 hits. A 3-run bomb by Tim Rock Raines. And I definitely believe that. We go to the bottom of the second. Jeltz is only a range 1 because there's no zeros in inside pitch. Leading off for the Phillies in the bottom of the second will be the left fielder, Phil Bradley. 264 average, 11 homers, 56 RBIs, respectable. Youmans with the pitch. 3-2. 3-2, that's at the park. Veterans Stadium. 5-2, and that is a fly to center. And coming over there will be Winningham to make the play. One down. Here's the catcher, Darren Dalton. 208 average, a homer, 12 RBIs. Good old Darren Dalton. Youmans with the pitch. 2-1, strikeout. 16 is high. Dalton, a 5-3. That's a line drive to third. That's gloved by Wallach. And that is out number 2. And now we'll see the shortstop, Steve Jeltz. And not a good year for him in 88. A 187 average, no homers, 27 RBIs. Lousy range at short. That's not a good year. Youmans will go ahead and pitch. Youmans, 6-6, strikeout plus 3. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will retire the side. Strikeout number 1 for Youmans. He had 54 of them in 88. And that is a 1-2-3 inning on the Fightin' Phils. 5-0 Expos after 2. As David Vega joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Nothing like playing on turf-covered concrete. One of the worst stadiums in baseball history, if not the worst. Although I am ready to probably say Ring Central Coliseum may be the worst stadium ever. Although actually that's not entirely fair. Oakland Coliseum, which went on, really was not a bad stadium until they built Mount Davis. When they did that, that stadium lost all of its luster. Leading off for the Expos will be Greg Nettles. He is 0 for 1. As we start at the top of the third, Palmer will stay out there a little while longer. 1-2 range play. Nettles, 4-6. It's a fly ball to center field. Going to Thompson. Thompson's range is a 3. That is a 6. And that's going to be a double for Nettles. So Nettles leads off with a 2-bagger. As that is hit over the head of Thompson. And another run already at second base for the Expos. Next up is Wallach. And Wallach got a double his first time up. It's a good thing the Phils traded Sandberg. They couldn't have short. Yeah, right. So Nettles on at second. Nothing on the strat. Palmer will pitch to him. Palmer, 1-6. That is a blank. Wallach, 2-5. Base hit right past short. That'll be a single. Nettles, however, slow as mud. He'll have to hold the third. Base runner 1. As he doesn't have really any speed there. But now Wallach is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. So runners at the corners. Infield will go to double play. Phillies are trying to get an out here. Winningham is up next. He's 0 for 1. They'll stay at double play depth. Try to turn 2 here. Although Palmer not good at GDP. Strategy roll. And that's 7. Nothing happening. Palmer will make the pitch. Palmer, 1-3. Wild pitch. The 20 is high. Ball 1. Palmer will try again. 6-1. That is a blank. Winningham, 4-4. And that's a base hit past second. It'll be a single. Nettles will trot on home. Wallach, he will hold at second base. Winningham goes to first. 6-0 Expos. Stadium groans. And that's going to be it for, Palmer due to lead off the bottom of the third inning. I really would like him to try to get out this inning, but already it doesn't really look good, and that's going to be it for Palmer. He won't even get a chance to bat. So Palmer coming out of the game. Phillies will go to the bullpen now. Luis Rivera leading next batter for the Expos. Brad Church joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Let's see who the Phillies are going to bring in to pitch. They just got to bring in somebody that can pitch to probably just one inning, the rest of the inning, and it really doesn't matter who it is. And this Philly bullpen is this Philly bullpen is bad. I guess it really doesn't matter. This Philly bullpen is bad. Coming on to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Todd Froworth. 1 win, 2 losses, an 8.25 ERA. He's only going to be in there for the rest of this inning, I'm sure. Todd Froworth. And now we'll go up against Rivera here with nobody out in the top of the third. Expos already up 6-0. Strategy rolls. And nothing on the 14. Froworth will pitch. Oh, that's something you don't see every day. That's a 20. That landed on here. 2-4. That's a pitcher result. Righty, 1-9, single 1. That's not going to happen. Rivera, 4-5. That's a fly ball to center. That'll get handled by Thompson. Out number 1. Wallach will not try to go to third. He will stay at second base. 1 down. Here comes Reed. Reed got a base hit his first time up. This is about the time we pull out the radio check out to see how the indoor soccer team is doing. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Froworth, 1-6. Error on a throw. Reed, 6-6. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. And that's going to be caught there by Thompson for out number 2. Wallach will not try to go to third, so there will not be a throwing error. And that will be the second out. As Wallach will stay at second base. And the batter now is Youmans, who got an RBI single his first time up. Runners at first and second. Again, nothing on the strat. Froworth, 6-6. Strikeout 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Froworth comes in and actually goes 1-2-3 and shuts down the Expos. Although the damage, of course, is already done. A nice job by Todd Froworth, although he was just going to be in here for the rest of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. 1 run on 3 hits. Youmans having a 6-0 lead here. Frank Roszak joins us here at Veterans Stadium. We'll see a pinch hitter for Todd Froworth. Phillies will go to the bench early here. And coming on to bat, and I usually save catchers, so coming on to bat for the Phillies is going to be Luis Aguayo. Aguayo will be on the New York Yankees later in '88. He is a Philly tonight. .249 average, 6 homers, 13 RBIs. Youmans will pitch to Aguayo. 4-4, range play. Aguayo, 5-6. That's a fly ball hit to left field. Raines is going after it. His range is a 4. That is a 6. He can't get it, and that's going to be a single for Aguayo. So he hits it over. He hits it in front of Raines, and Raines has to go ahead and take it on the hop. That's the first hit of the game for the Phillies right now. Samuel is up next, and he is 0 for 1. Infield double play. Strategy rolls are still active. Nothing on the 7. Aguayo will stay where he is. Youmans, 3-4. Pitcher result. Righty, 1-19's and out. The 16 is good. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop. Rivera, +1 is 4. And they turn the double play. 2 down. 4-6-3 double play. So 4-6-3 double play. Now there are 2 outs. Next batter is Thompson. Thompson is 0 for 1. Youmans with the pitch. 2-5 against the lefty. That is a blank. Thompson, 6-4, grounder to short, handled easily there by Rivera, and he will throw to first to end the inning. In spite of the base hit, Youmans faces the minimum. No runs and a hit for the Phillies. 6-0 Expos after 3. And what looks like is probably going to be another blowout on inside pitch. But you never know. No lead is safe. We go to the top of the 4th. Maddox is not in the pen. Maddox is not on the roster. I don't think he was. I don't think he's on the roster today. And I don't think he's on the roster today. No, Mike Maddox is not on the roster on this date. Top of the 4th, coming leading off for the Expos will be the Rock, Tim Raines. He is 1 for 2 with a 3-run bomb. Phillies do need a pitcher, so let's see what's going to be. And they are going to go with, I think they're going to go with a right-hander here, and they are going to have not much in the bullpen for the Phillies, but let's see, 6-6-6. Now they'll go with him. Coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Wally Ritchie. No wins, no losses, no saves, a 3.12 ERA. Wally Ritchie will be the 3rd Philly pitcher. Top of the 4th, 6-0 Expos. Ritchie, 2-5. Walk plus, ball 4. Raines will trot to first easily. So he walks the leadoff batter as Raines will go to first. Jeff Merklin joins us here at Veteran Stadium. A little over an hour for me if you're listening to these games on YouTube. Make the trip very enjoyable. Well, you are very welcome, Mr. Merklin. Always a pleasure to bring some joy to people out there. Foley is next. He's 1 for 2. Raines on at first. Infield double play. Ritchie will make the pitch. Actually, a strategy roll first, I believe. Strategy roll 9. Raines is going to stay put. Ritchie, 3-5. That's a pitcher result. Lefty, 1-12's and out. The 20 is high. Foley, 4-5. And Foley lifts one into right field. And that's going to be a double to right. Raines has got good speed. Double to right. Base runner 4, -1. Raines will score on a 3. That is a 6. Raines is coming around 3rd. Right fielder is James, 0 arm. A 1-3. There could be an out. It is a 1. Here comes the throw. And Raines is going to score. Foley's going to get hung up between 2nd and 3rd. So if Raines does score, it's a rundown. Foley running between 2nd and 3rd. Will they get him? His base runner is a 2. And he slides under the tag at 3rd base. He is safe. Oh, wow. Runner gets under tag at advanced base. Foley gets to 3rd. It's 7-0 Expos. And they could not get Foley in the rundown. And that's going to be, I'm going to give Foley a triple on that one. And that brings in Reigns, 7-0 Expos. Stadium groans. So already 7-0 as the Expos now put the extra point on the board. As Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Veterans Stadium. So Foley now on at third with nobody out. The batter now is Brooks. And Brooks is 0 for 2. Infield is going to play in. Phillies don't really want to give any more runs already. They think this game is out of their reach. Strategy rolls are now off. Pitcher versus batter. Richie, 1-4, blank. Brooks, 5-1, and it won't matter. Base hit right past short. And Brooks will get himself a single. Foley will score. Brooks to first. 8-0 Expos. Stadium groans. This Phillies team in 88 was not very good. Nettles is up next. He's 1 for 2 with a double. So already here, Expos lead 8-0. Nobody out in the top of the fourth inning. Looks like we're going to be in for a long game. And I don't know why I'm rolling a strategy roll. It's off there. Richie will pitch to Nettles. Richie, 3-5. That's a pitcher result. That 5's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to left. They'll finally get an out here as Nettles flies out to left field, 1 down. Infield is at double play. Next up is Wallach. Wallach is 2 for 2, a double and a single. Richie just trying to pitch his way out of this. Richie, 1-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Wallach, 6-2, and that's a fly to left as well. Getting over there is going to be Bradley, and he will make the catch for the second out. Two away, here's Winningham. Winningham is 1 for 2. Do you think Winningham brings home the bacon all the time? I thought that was pretty funny. Brooks on it first. Richie will pitch to Winningham. Richie, 4-4, blank. Winningham, 6-2. Another fly ball to left field. And again, Bradley will get to this one. And that is going to retire the side. 2 runs, 2 hits, and a walk. A big-time triple by Foley, and then Brooks brings them in. We go to the bottom of the fourth, where the Expos have a snowman on the board. As Steeler fan gives me the block dragon. How dare you give me the block dragon? Von Hayes leads off for the Fighting Phils. He walked his first time up. Youmans has an 8-0 lead. Should be able to hold that, but you never know here in a game of inside pitch. Youmans, 2-1, strikeout 2, called strike 3, got him. And that's going to be strikeout number 2 for Youmans. Next up is Michael Jack Schmidt. Scott Rowland couldn't hold his jock strap. Youmans with the pitch. Youmans, 3-1, blank. Schmidt, 4-3. That's a fly to left. And Reigns is going to get to that one. He'll range over and get it, 2 down. 2 outs for James. James is 0 for 1. Youmans, he'll go ahead, set up with the pitch. Youmans, 4-3. Against the righty, that's going to be an out. And it's a fly ball hit the right field this time. And Brooks will get to that. And it's a 1-2-3 inning on the Phillies. Youmans pitching a gem so far. Only 1 hit through 4. 8-0 Expos. They are hungry because they are 8-0 ahead. As the late great Ernie Harwell would say, one of the greatest of all time. Top of the 5th, Wally Ritchie. He is tired, but they're going to let him pitch here. You're down by 8-0. I don't know if it really matters much here. Luis Rivera leads off for the Expos. He's 1 for 2. Top of the 5th, 8-0 Expos. Ritchie, 4-6, range play. Rivera, 4-5. Fly ball, center field, hit to Thompson. His range is a 3. That is a 6. Nobody's getting range plays out there today for the Phillies, and that's going to be a single for Rivera. Phillies in the field, kind of bad. A 1 at second, a 1 at short. You know, the outfield isn't too bad. 3-4-3. That's not bad, though. But Rivera will get to first on it there. So Rivera on it first. Infield double play for Reed. Reed guys 1 for 2. Strategy rolls are off. Richie with the pitch. 2-2. Wild pitch for. Yep, that'll put Rivera to second base. So Richie uncorks a wild pitch, puts another runner at second. And Rivera now at second base. And they are going to walk Jeff Reed intentionally and bring up the pitcher, Floyd Youmans. Why not? So they'll intentionally walk him. Youmans is the batter now, and Youmans is 1 for 2. Phillies is trying to do something to get out of this. They're already down 8-0. We're only in the 5th. Infield back to double play. Richie is tired. He is due to bat 4th in the bottom of the 5th inning. He's going to stay out there. Richie with the pitch. 2-1. Hit by pitch. 17 is a no. Youmans 5-5. And Youmans is going to hit a single past second. Well, that strategy didn't work. Single past second. Rivera will come around from second. He will score. Reed will have to hold at second base. Youmans gets a hit. 9-0 Expos. No matter what the Phillies try to do, it ain't working. Stadium groans. And that'll be it for Richie, as the Phillies will go back to the bullpen. Raines is the next batter. And coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Don Carmen. 10 wins, 14 losses, no saves, a 4.29 ERA. Carmen will be the 4th Philly pitcher, mostly a starter, but did have relief appearances, so I can use them. So runners at first and second, nobody out, top of the 5th. Expos all over the Phillies, 9-0. Carmen with the pitch, 3-3. Range play. Raines, 3-2. It's a single to right, but it's a range play for James. James's range is a 4. And of course, that's a 5. He can't get it. Base hit. Reed, a base runner of 1. A single to right, +1 is a 2. A 1-2, Reed will score. He won't. He'll hold it third. So Reed holds it third. Bases are now loaded. On a single by Raines, as James couldn't make the play out there. I mean, the 4 guys left. There's bad, and then there's Phillies bad. Let's hope the Eagles put up more points than the Phillies right now. Bases are loaded for Foley. Foley is 2 for 3 here. Still nobody out in the top of the 5th. Sometimes the dice just become merciless. Carmen will pitch. Carmen, 2-6, strikeout. 17 is high. Foley, 3-5. That's a fly ball to center field. That'll be caught by Thompson for out number 1. Foley, a sacrifice fly of 1. He will not bring in Reed that way. Reed, a base runner 1. Center fielder Thompson, 0. The only way Reed scores is on a 1. And that is a 6. Thompson a 0, a 1-3. There could be an out. And that is a 6, and Reed will hold back. So Reed does not try to score. And there is now 1 out in the inning, as Foley couldn't get him in there. Here's Brooks. Brooks is 1 for 3. Now 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Expos up all over the Phils, 9-0. Time to go Brad another time to go beer another grab. No, you said that right. Carmen with the pitch. 3-5. Walk 2, and he walks in a run. So Reed will come in to score. Youmans goes to third. Raines to second. Brooks to first. 10-0 Expos. Stadium groans. Expos now up 10-0. Another blowout here on inside pitch. As Carmen gives up a walk. Batter now is Nettles. Nettles 1 for 3. Infield still a double play depth. Carmen will go ahead and pitch. Carmen 1-4. Blank. Nettles 4-6. That's a fly ball to center. That's going to get caught by Thompson. That's out number 2. Nettles a sacrifice fly rating of 5. And he's going to bring in Youmans. It's 11-0 Expos. So sacrifice fly for Nettles to center field. Youmans will score. You sacrifice fly the pitcher. That doesn't happen. You sacrifice fly the pitcher. That doesn't happen every day. So now it's 11-0. And here comes Wallach. Wallach 2 for 3, a single and a double. With 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Carmen still pitching. He is not tired yet, but he's getting there. But I think Carmen's going to go until he gets fatigued. Raines on it second, Brooks on it first. No mercy rule, unfortunately, in baseball. Carmen, 4-2, strikeout 3, and he got Wallach, struck him out, and that'll retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk, and 2 walks and a wild pitch. 11-0 in favor of the Expos. There's no mercy rule in baseball. The dice tonight are relentless on the poor Phillies. Bottom of the 5th, Youmans has 11 runs to work with. Phil Bradley leads off for the Phils, and he is 0 for 1. If it means anything, this is probably the last time we will see the Phillies, unless I absolutely have to use them in the 3rd schedule block. Youmans with the pitch. 3-6, that's an out. And it is going to be a fly to right. Getting over there will be Brooks, and that's out number 1. Because remember, after the 2nd schedule block, I go ahead and start cutting teams that are not in the playoff hunt. Usually they have to have winning records or they're within 5 games of the 3rd spot in the division. Here's Dalton. Dalton is 0 for 1. You agree, 76. Says you have every season is -3, the best arm you've ever saw. There is one -3, and that was a catcher. And that was last year. That was the last one. That was Dick. I think it was Dick Brown for the Tigers. He had a -3 throwing arm. That is the best. That is the best. There should not be a -3 on anything else. But catcher bench is a -3. That is correct. That is not. That 72 bench is a -3. That is not an error. That is true. That is true, according to Chris. I did ask on that. He said the catcher arm does not have a limit. Youmans will pitch to Dalton. Youmans 2-6, strikeout 9. He got him, struck him out. And that's strikeout number 3 for Youmans. He is just cruising tonight. Jeltz is next. He's 0 for 1. Dick Brown. I think it was Dick Brown. I think it was the catcher for the Tigers. He actually had more caught stealings than he had stolen bases on him. I think he had 18 stolen bases, and he caught 24. Chuck Rawlings could tell you about him. Chuck Rawlings, he's our Tigers fan. Chuck Rawlings could tell you about Dick Brown. I think it's 61. He had more. He threw out more base runners than runners stole on him in the 1961 season. Chuck Rawlings could tell you about him. Youmans 4-4, range play. Jeltz 1-2. Ground ball, second base. That ball is hit to Foley. Foley's range is a 5. And that is a 6. It'll get past him. Base hit for Jeltz. And Jeltz will go ahead and get a base hit. Don Carmen is the next batter, but he is going to have to come out. And the Phillies will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Phillies is going to be Lance Parrish. 215 average, 15 homers, 60 RBIs. Parrish will go up against Youmans here. You got a runner on base. Phillies trying to do something. Yeah, Chuck Rawlings can tell you about him. 1961 season, he gave him a -3 arm, okay, for the Tigers. And I did ask Chris about that, asking him that was a mistake. And he said, no, that is no mistake. What's the most runs scored in I play? I think 22 is the most ever. 22. Youmans by one team. Youmans 1-4. Walk plus 13 will walk Parrish. And now the Phillies trying to get something going here. As Parrish walks the pinch hitter. And now the batter is Samuel. He's 0 for 2. Only in the 1988 All-Star game for Doug Jones or Brooke Jacoby. And, of course, we will have the 88 All-Star game from the stadium by the front of the river. That will be later this month. Runners at first and second. Youmans with the pitch. Youmans 5-6, strikeout 17. That is high. Samuel 2-5. That's a grounder to short. It'll be handled by Rivera. He will throw to second against Parrish, and that will do the inning. No runs and a hit and a walk for the Phillies. Remains 11-0. 11-0 after 5. But yes, I did ask about that to Chris Davis when I saw a -3 arm, and he told me there is no limit on catcher arms. That doesn't mean catcher arms is correct. Let the bat boy pitch in this case. We go to the top of the 6th. Milt Thompson leads off for the, I'm sorry, not Milt Thompson, top of the 6th, not bottom of the 6th, you bum. Expos are up. Herm Winningham leads off for the Expos. He is 1 for 3. Phillies need a pitcher. And Justin Ludwig joins us here at Veterans Stadium. And coming on to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Bruce Ruffin. 6 wins, 10 losses, 3 saves, a 4.43 ERA. Ruffin will be the 5th Philly pitcher. Bruce Ruffin. Bruce Ruffin. There's another name from the past. Winningham will go up and set the bat. Top of the 6th, 11-0 here. Ruffin, 2-5. That's strikeout. The 18 is high. Winningham, 6-2, a fly to left. And Bradley will get to that one. And that is the first out. Rivera is next, and he is 2 for 3, 2 singles, scored twice in a wild pitch. Clee baseball fan joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Ruffin, 3-2, wild pitch, ball 1. Ruffin again, 1-1, that's at the park. Veterans Stadium, 1-1, grounder to second base. And Samuel will handle it easily, cleanly. 2 outs. Here comes Reed. Reed is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Bruce, 2 minutes for Ruffin. Exactly. That's actually not bad, Jeff. Ruffin with the pitch. Ruffin, 6-4, error on a grounder. Reed, 4-1. That's not going to be an error. That's hit the shortstop. That's picked up by Jeltz. Reed, a base runner, 1. Jeltz throws to first. He got him, side retired, and that will be a ground out to short instead. And for the first time since the first inning, the Expos are retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Youmans back on the mound. Milt Thompson leads off for the Fighting Phils. He's 0 for 2. Expos lead 11-0. Yeomans 6-1 against the lefty. That's a blank. Thompson 2-6. Ground ball to short. And Rivera will field that with no problem. Vaughn Willie Mays Hayes is up next, and he's 0 for 1. He did walk in the game. Jeff Merklin, I'll allow it. Yeah, I allow it too. That's a good one. Youmans 1-3. Home run result against the righty. Hayes needs a 7. The 15 is high. Hayes 3-6, and instead he hits a deep fly ball to center field, but not deep enough. Running it down is going to be Winningham, 2 down. Here's Michael Jack Schmidt, and he's 0 for 1. He did walk. Youmans with the pitch. 5-5, possible error. Schmidt, 6-2, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Rivera. His error rating is a 10. That is a 10, and he's going to drop the ball while trying to make a transfer. Schmidt's going to be safe at first, and that will be an E6. First error on the Expos. They had 3 of them historically in the game. Keeps the inning alive for James. James is 0 for 2. Yeomans looking over at Rivera said, what? You can't make a routine play? 2 outs here. Bottom of the 6th. 11-0 Expos. Strategy rolls, of course, are off. Yeomans 4-3 against the righty. That's going to be an out. Yeomans gets it done, and that's going to be a fly ball to center. Winningham will have no problem with that, and he'll make the catch and end the inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error. And after 6, the Expos all over the Phillies tonight, 11-0. Didn't they call Vaughn Hayes 5 for 1 in Philly? We go to the top of the 7th. Ruffin's going to stay out there. He can pitch to 3 more batters. 3 more batters before he tires. But already 11-0 game. The Phillies are looking forward to the next game they play here. Floyd Youmans leading off. He is 2 for 3 tonight. 2 singles. He will bat. Why not? He's up 11-0. Could probably go the distance here. Ruffin with the pitch. Ruffin, 6-2 against the righty. That is a blank. Youmans, 4-1. This time he pops it up to short. And it will be Jeltz grabbing it for the out. Next up is the Rock. Raines is 2 for 3 tonight. A 3-run bomb and a single and a walk. Great trade. Who'd we get for him? Raines will bat. Ruffin with the pitch. 4-4. That's at the park. Veteran Stadium, 2-2. Ground ball right to first. And that's going to be Hayes who will make the play himself for 2 down. Foley is next, and he is 2 for 4 tonight. A single and a triple. Ruffin with the pitch. 6-6, strikeout 6, and he got Foley on a called strike 3 down the middle, and he struck him out. And for the second straight inning, the Expos are retired in order. Ruffin is now tired, but they're probably going to let him stay out there. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Speaking of Oakland Coliseum, by the way, that's where we're going to be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be June 18th, and we will be at Oakland Coliseum before the time of Mount Davis was built out there. We're going to see the Texas Rangers take on the Oakland Athletics. Charlie Huff will go for the Rangers in that game against Todd Burns. The Oakland Athletics lead the American League West as they're now beginning to show how good a team they were back that year. Texas pretty much bringing up the rear in the AL West, but a game for the Rangers to try to get some momentum. The Rangers will take on the Athletics tomorrow night. Charlie Huff against Todd Burns. That'll be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. Meanwhile, we go to the bottom of the seventh inning here. Floyd Youmans, he'll stay on the mound. He can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires, but they'll probably let him go to see until he gets exhausted. Phil Bradley leads off for the Phils. He's 0 for 2. Youmans pitching beautifully, but having an 11-0 lead makes things pretty easy. Youmans, 1-3. Home run result against a righty. Bradley needs a 7. That is a 14. Bradley, 2-1. I'll have to settle for a single instead. That'll be a base hit past third. So Bradley does not get a homer. He doesn't get all of it, but he got some of it, and Bradley will hold at first base with a single as the Phillies trying to mount some sort of rally. Dalton is next. He's 0 for 2. Infield double play. Youmans with the pitch. Youmans, 2-4. Range play. Dalton, 2-4. Ground ball, second base. That ball is at the Foley. His range is a 5, but a double play depth. His range is a 4. But this time he will make it. 1-1-2. Shortstop Rivera +1 is a 3 for a double play. They don't get it. Bradley will be thrown out at second, and Dalton will make it to first, and that will be a fielder's choice instead. Next up is Jeltz. Surely you Jeltz. Surely you Jeltz. I don't Jeltz, and don't call me Shirley. Jeltz is 1 for 2. Dalton on it first. Youmans with the pitch. 3-6. That's an out. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. Getting over there will be the Rock. And he'll make the catch for the out. 2 down. That brings up the pitcher, Ruffin. He's tired, so I guess because he's the next batter, that'll be it for Ruffin. We'll see a pinch hitter for the Phillies, and it is going to be Greg Gross. 203 average, no homers, 5 RBIs. Greg Gross will pinch hit. The pitcher spot for the Phillies is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Greg, don't gross me out. Dalton on it first, 2 men down. I think I've been dealing with baseball with the demos too much. Youmans, 5-4 against the lefty. That's a walk plus, and he walked him. So Youmans does walk Gross. So now runners at first and second. Now the batter is Samuel, and now Youmans is tired. They say, hey, can you go? You got an 11-run lead. Let's see, I'll go as far as I can here. Dalton on it second, Gross on it first. Samuel the batter now. Youmans with the pitch. 2-3 against the righty. That'll be an out. And it will be a fly ball to center. Coming under it will be Winningham. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit and a walk. The Phillies can't get anybody. I don't think they even got anybody to third. I'm not 100. Did anybody get to third? No. The Phillies haven't gotten anybody to third base at all game long. After 7, 11-0 in favor of the Expos. Top of the 8th. Expos up with 11-0. Phillies need a pitcher. Hubie Brooks leads off for the Expos. And we'll see who comes on to pitch for the Phils. And it is going to be It's going to be Greg Harris. 4 wins, 6 losses, a save, a 2.36 ERA. Harris, actually one of the better pitchers in one of the better relief pitchers in '88. A 2.36 ERA is just fine. At least the Phillies had a couple of good pitchers in there. So Greg Harris will be the 6th Philly pitcher. Hubie Brooks leads off the top of the 8th inning. 11-0 Expos, killing me with shortstop locked up with Jones. Harris, 2-3, wild pitch, ball 1. 3-6, that's an out. And that's going to be a fly to right. Coming over there will be James. And he'll make the play for out number 1. Next up is Nettles. Nettles is 1 for 4, has a double. Harris, 5-5, possible error. Nettles, 6-6, ground ball to third. That ball is at the Schmidt. Schmidt did make errors that year. His error rating is a 13. That is a 5, and he will pick it up, and he's going to drop it, and that's going to be an error on Schmidt. So that's an E5 on Schmidt. That's the first error on the Phillies. They did not have any errors in the game historically, but they have an error tonight. So Nettles will reach first on an error on Schmidt. That'll bring up Wallach. Wallach 2 for 4, a single and a double. But to Schmidt's credit, this was one of his later. His time was ending. Nettles on it first, no strat rolls. Harris 3-6, that's an out. And that's going to be another fly to left field. Coming under there will be Bradley. He will make the catch for out number 2. Now Winningham. If Winningham didn't win, wouldn't that make him Losingham? Winningham is 1 for 4. Block Dragon. That deserved a double. Nettles on it first. Harris trying to just get the game over with pretty much. Harris, 2-2, strikeout 9. He got Winningham, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error. And since the 5th inning, pretty much the Philly bullpen has shut the Expos down. Unfortunately, they didn't do it early in the game, and we will go to the bottom of the 8th with still an 11-0 lead here by the Spos. No, he wouldn't be Losingham. It'll be Willingham. Youmans Youmans will stay on the mound. He is tired, but they're going to let him see how long he can go. You got an 11-run lead. If you don't need to use your bullpen, why not? Milt Thompson leads off. He's 0 for 3. Youmans has pitched an absolute gem. He's only given up 3 hits. Youmans with the deal. Youmans 4-6 against the lefty, blank. Thompson 3-6, ground ball to short. That'll be taken care of by Rivera. Here comes Hayes. Hayes is 0 for 2 with a walk. Youmans 3-3, wild pitch, ball 1. 2-5 against the lefty, blank. Hayes 4-5. That's a ground ball to second base. Foley will handle that one with no trouble. 2 down. Youmans just cruising along. Here's Schmidt, Michael Jack Schmidt. He is 0 for 2, but walked and reached on an error. As Brian Patterson says, yes, the Phillies, let's prolong the agony. Youmans with the pitch. 4-4, range play. Schmidt, 6-2, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Rivera. His range is a 3, and he will get that one. Nice play by Rivera, and he'll pick it up, throw to first, and end the inning. A nice job by Youmans. Tired or not, he's doing the job. 3 straight groundouts. 11-0 after 8. As baseball with the demos joins us here at Veteran Stadium. Floyd is doing yeoman duty in this game. I have no problem with that because I kind of knew that was coming. So you got to do better than that there, Dave, at baseball with the demos. You need to do better than that. We go to the top of the 9th. Harris will stay on the mound. He's got 3 more batters he can face before he tires. Actually, 2 more batters, but he'll stay out there. Top of the 9th inning, Luis Rivera leads off for the Expos. He's 2 for 4, 2 singles and 2 singles in the game. Harris with the pitch. Harris 4-3. That's at the park. Veteran Stadium 5-3. Ground ball to short. It'll be taken care of by Jelts. 1 down. Next up is Reed. Reed is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Harris with the pitch. 5-4, range play. Reed, a 1-3. That's a fly ball to right field. That ball is hit to James. James's range is a 4, but he won't get it. And that is going to be a single for Reed. So another failed range play for James out there and another base hit for Reed. So Reed goes to first. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Floyd Youmans, and he is tired though. But you got an 11-0 lead. I just think you let him bat until he can pitch. But then again, I kind of think if he's tired, I kind of think the manager would probably take him out. But he has a complete game shutout. But then again, it is a complete game shutout. And my name is not Dave Roberts. I'm going to let Youmans bat. Reed on it first, infield double play. Harris with the pitch, and he is tired now, by the way. Harris 1-1, strikeout 11. He got Youmans. And that's out number 2. They're going to see if Youmans can get the complete game shutout. Next batter is Raines. Raines has a 3-run bomb in the game. He is 2 for 4, a single and a homer. So Raines will now come up to bat. Here comes the Rock. Harris is tired, but they're going to let him pitch here. Expos all over the Phillies, 11-0. Harris, 3-5, strikeout 10, that is high. Raines, 2-6, ground ball to short. It will be taken care of by Jelts. He'll throw to second to get Reed, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Expos, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? In this case, it would be a 9th inning miracle. Stranger things have happened here at Inside Pitch. Well, pitchers were still allowed to finish a game in 88. That is true. This isn't 2023. Bottom of the 9th inning, Expos all over the Phillies tonight, 11-0. Youmans trying to get the complete game shutout. Chris James leads off for Philly. He is 0 for 3. As Clark Roth says, no, we won't. Youmans with the pitch. 2-4, range play. James, 6-4, fly ball right field. And that ball is going to Brooks. His range is a 4. And he'll make the catch. Out number 1. Nice play by Brooks out there, who does in right field what James couldn't do. And that is a fly out to right, and that's first out. Next batter is Bradley. Bradley is 1 for 3 with a single. Youmans sets up with the pitch. 1-4, walk plus, and that will be ball 4 on a 1, and he walks Bradley. And that is the 3rd walk given up by Youmans. So he walks Bradley, infield now with double play. And the batter now is Dalton. Unless he hits a fatigue result, the only way I'll take Youmans out if he gives up a run. So Bradley on it first now. Of course, strategy rolls are off. Youmans with the pitch. 3-5. That's at the park. Veteran Stadium. 4-3. And that's a fly to left. Coming over there is the Rock. And he will make the catch. Out number 2. Yes. Tom Foley. Foley for the Expos has a range of 5. Wallach has a range of 5 at third. 5 range is uncommon, but there were players that had good range out there. 2 outs, And the last chance for the Phillies will be Steve Jeltz. Jeltz is up now. He is 1 for 3. Youmans trying to go for a complete game shutout. 11-0 Expos. The fans that are left here at Veterans Stadium hoping for a miracle. No ranges at 6. There's nobody with a range of 6 in the game at all. No one has a range of 6. There's always a chance. There's always a chance you can hit a ball there's always a chance to get a ball away from everybody's range. Youmans will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-2. Walk plus, and the ball game will continue. He walks Jeltz. So now runners at first and second. And we'll see a pinch hitter for Harris as the pitcher is now due up. And coming on to pitch for the bat for the Phillies is going to be Mike Young. 206 average, a homer, 14 RBIs. Mike Young will pinch hit for the pitcher here. So now runners at first and second. Youmans trying to get the 0 here. 2 men out, bottom of the 9th, 11-0 Expos. Here comes the pitch from Youmans. 1-2, and that's a base hit right past the pitcher. That's a single one. That is a fatigue result, and that will be it for Youmans. Bradley with a base running of 4 with 2 outs. That will be good enough. Bradley will come in to score. Jeltz, a base runner, 4 with 2 outs. That will be enough to get him to third. Young comes through with a pinch hit single off of Youmans, and it's now 11-1, and Youmans will not get the complete game or the shutout. So a base hit for Young, but Youmans does have to come out, and the Expos now just want to get this game into the books as a win, as they are very much in the playoff hunt. So we will see a new pitcher for the Expos. Top of the order, too, for the Phillies. Here is Samuel, and they are going to probably bring in a righty to deal with him. And I don't think I want to use the closer here, or I may just have to. Yeah, why not? Coming on to pitch for the Expos will be Tim Burke. 3 wins, 5 losses, 18 saves, a 3.40 ERA. Burke will come in. He'll be the second Expo pitcher. His job is just to get this game this game over with. 11-1, 2 outs. Juan Samuel, the batter, he's 0 for 4. Some of the stadium or some of the fans that are there cheer. Yay. Burke with the pitch. Burke, 6-5. That's a blank. Samuel, 5-3. And it's a fly ball to center field. Getting to it is Winningham. He will take a couple of steps to his left. Puts out his glove. Blop. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. Expos bomb the Phillies tonight, 11-1. Stadium groans. 1 run on 1 hit and a couple of walks. But that will be a victory for the Expos tonight. The Expos actually lost this game historically. They will go to 36-28. The Phillies now drop to 22-40. A nice win for the Expos, though, as they will go ahead and stay up close there, the top of the National League East. Final line score coming up. For the Expos, 11 runs on 15 hits and 1 error. For the Phillies, 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Floyd Youmans, of course. He gets the win, almost gets a complete game, but couldn't do it, as he'll just fall a third of an inning short. David Palmer does take the loss. There is no save. So a nice win for the Expos. They'll take the victory, but we are not done yet. 10-minute ticker coming right up. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Expos will take an 11-1 win here in Philadelphia. Let's see how the rest of baseball did today for June 15th. Yankees at Boston. Yankees 12-62, that's 7. Red Sox 15-24, and that is 3, a win for the Bombers. Rangers and the Angels. Rangers 9-61, that is 6. Angels 12-65, that is 9. And the Rangers continue to stink. Baltimore at Detroit. Orioles minus 263, and that is 5. Tigers 11-25, and believe it or not, that's 3, and the Orioles will win the ball game. Seattle at Milwaukee. Mariners minus 133, that is 2. Brewers 754, and that's 5, a win for the Brew Crew. White Sox and the Twins. White Sox 252, and that is 4. Twins 17-11, that is 1, and a win for the Pale Hose. Kansas City at Oakland. Kansas City 865, that's 8. Athletics 1062, that's 7. That will be a win for the Royals. Cleveland at Toronto. Cleveland at Toronto. Cleveland 436, that's 3. Blue Jays 1025, and that's also 3. They will tie. Both teams roll a 1. Cleveland rolls a 1, plus 2 is 3. Toronto rolls a 1, minus 2 is -1. The Indians will win the ball game. Dodgers and the Braves. Dodgers 1332, and that's 4. Braves minus 235, that is 2, a win for the Dodgers. Pittsburgh and the Cubs. Pittsburgh 1454, and that's 6. Cubs 741, and that's 4. That will be a win for the Pirates. Astros and the Reds. The Astros right now just don't know how to lose. Astros 532, and that's 3. Reds 752, and that's 5. They will lose that game, though. That game belongs to the Reds. Cardinals and the Mets. Every time the Mets, according to 10-minute ticker, every time the Mets have a high 10-minute ticker rating, they somehow don't win the ball game. Cardinals 455, and that's 5. The Mets are going to win this one. Mets 1651, and that's 6. And I'll have a happy recap in that one. Giants and the Padres. Giants 721, that is 2. Padres 413, that's 0. And that'll be a win for the G-Men. On to June 16th, Boston at Baltimore. Red Sox 1731, and that's 4. Baltimore 846, and that's 5. That'll be a win for the O's. Texas and California. Rangers 1025, and that is 3. Angels 1545, and that's 6. A win for the Halos. Toronto at Detroit. Toronto 12-12, and that's 1. Tigers 11-12, and that's also 1. They will tie. Toronto rolls a 3. -2 is 1. Tigers roll a 3 +0. The Tigers will win in extras. White Sox and the Brewers. White Sox 565. That is 7. Brewers 1045. And that is 5. That'll be a win for the Pale Hose. Kansas City at Oakland. Kansas City 10. 1022. That's 2. Athletics 723. That's also 2. They will tie. Kansas City rolls a 6. -2 is 4. Oakland rolls a 4. +0 is 4. It is a tie, which means Oakland will win the ball game due to home field. Dodgers and the Braves. Dodgers 1134. That is 4. Braves 1534. And that's also 4. They will tie. Dodgers roll a 5 +0. Braves roll a 1 -2 -1. That will be a win for the Dodgers. Astros and the Reds. Astros 1153. And that is 6. Reds 526. And that is 2. That game goes to the Stros. On to June 17th. Boston at Baltimore. Red Sox 2211. That's 1. Orioles 1016. And that is 2. And that's a win for the O's. Yankees at Cleveland. Red Sox are underachieving big time so far. Yankees 1531. And that is 4. Indians 863. And that's 7. That'll be a win for the Tribe. Toronto at Detroit. Blue Jays 1232. And that is 4. Tigers 1016. That is 2. And the Jays will win that one. California at the Royals. Angels 1825. And that is 4. Royals 1865. That's 10. And the Royals will beat the Halos. White Sox and the Brewers. White Sox 214. That's 0. Milwaukee 1332, and that's 4. The Brewers will win that one. Seattle and Minnesota. Mariners 152, that's 4. Twins 1065, that is 8. A win for the Twin Cities. Texas and Oakland, we have these two tomorrow. Rangers 422, and that is 1. Oakland 1544, and that is 5, a win for the A's. Houston and the Braves, doubleheader between those two. Astros and Atlanta, game 1. Astros 1141, and that is 4. Atlanta 662, that is 6. The Braves will win game 1. Game number 2. Houston 855. And that's 6. Braves 1146. And that is 5. And they will split the twin bill. Montreal and the Cubs. Expos 943. And that is 4. Cubs 816. And that's 2. A win for the Spos. Giants and the Reds. Giants 426, and that is 2. Reds 1023, and that's also 2. They will tie. Giants roll a 4, -2 is 2. Reds roll a 4, +0 is 4. That game will belong to the Reds. Padres and the Dodgers doubleheader, game 1. Padres 323, and that is 2. Dodgers 714, that's 1. Padres won the first one. Game number 2. Padres 725, and that is 2. Dodgers 254, and that is 4. They will split the twin bill. Phillies and the Mets, Dr. K on the mound. Phillies 523, and that is 2. Mets 1154, that is 6. And my Mets will have 2 happy recaps tonight. Cardinals and the Pirates. Cardinals 10-25, that is 3. Pirates 5-11, that's 0, and that will be a win for the Redbirds. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 18th. We will be at Oakland Coliseum. Take a look at those Athletics of 1988. The Texas Rangers will visit. Charlie Huff will be on the mound for the Rangers, and Todd Burns will go for the A's. Should be an interesting matchup. The A's trying to stay up top the American League West. Texas is trying to win a game. Rangers and the Athletics. Huff and Burns. Be there or be square. Brian B., Frank Rosen, Chuck Rawlings, Doug Hunt, Justin Ludwig, Clark Aratz, Baseball with the Demos, Jeff Merklin, Clee Baseball Fan. Let's see here, David Vega. Let's see here. And let's come on, get over here. Anyone here? And John Soner, and of course, last and certainly not least, the great Steeler Fan. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. See you guys tomorrow night. The Montreal Expos go to Veterans Stadium and bomb them right into oblivion. 11-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.